Hello, this is Mr. Ralphs, teaching some more math. Today we are teaching 8.2. Today we're doing with multiples of fractions, okay? So let's think about a multiple. What's a multiple again? If I have 4, okay, and I want to know the multiples of 4, I'm going to do 4 times 2, which is 8, 4 times 3, which is 12. So 4 times 2, it's the answer. 4 times 3, it's the answer. Okay, and then I got 16, and 20, and 24, and so on and so forth. Okay, now we're doing it with fractions. So if I have 1/3, and I want to find the multiples of 1/3, all I'm going to do is times by, same concept up here, as we times it by, so we times it by 2 and by 3. That's all we're going to do. I'm going to times the top by 2. We're going to keep the denominator the same. So if I put a 1 under there, it reminds me I'm just going to times across with a 1. So the first multiple would be 2/3. And then I times the 1/3 by 3. And I get 3/3. And then I times a 1/3 times 4. I get 4/3. 1/3 times 5. And I get 5/3. So on and so forth, and I could go forever and always on this, okay? Let's do another one. So if I have 3/5, and I wanted to find the multiples, I'm going to times the top by 2 and the bottom by 1, because our denominator stays the same. So it'd be 6/5. And then if I do 3/5 times 3 over 1, it would be 9/5. And then 3/5 times 3 over 1, you got 9/5. 3/5 times 4 over 1, you get 12/5. And you could keep going, but these right here would all be multiples. Yep, that's right. It would all be multiples of, and we did 2 of these once already. Okay, but those would be multiples of 3/5. Okay. All you're doing is timesing the next number up. The biggest thing to remember in this lesson is that you want to times your numerator by the next number, 2, 3, 4. Your denominator, make it a 1, so you remember to times across and you keep your denominator the same. Or just bring the denominator over, so if I have 3/5 times 5, see, I like putting the 1 because it reminds me, or I just bring that 5 over and go 3 times 5 is 15. So there's another one, okay? And that's all you're doing in today's lesson. They will also say, they will go back to your last concept. So they're going to give you a problem like 2 times 4/5. It's exactly what you just did. All you're going to do is put a 1 here, and you're going to go, oh, there is a couple steps here. So 2 times 4 is... good, it equals 8, and then our denominator stays the same, which is 5, but we're not done here. They want you to do last week's lesson. So 8/5, what is our unit fraction? Our unit fraction is 1/5, right? And then our numerator lets us know how many 1/5 we have. So that's the answer on that second part of that lesson. I'll do one more for you. 3 times 2/3. So I got to times it. So 3 times 2 is 6. 1 times 3 is 3. Now that lets us know they want how many unit fractions do I have? Or what is my unit fraction? Well, if it's thirds, it's 1/3. And how many of them do I have? I have 6. So 6 times 1/3. That is the second part of that lesson. So this is Mr. Rouse teaching 8.2. I hope you enjoyed. Join me next time as we teach 8.3. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.